Hey man, what were you telling me?
Today we had a great night in Pasadena. Next we started marching. We went to one last night. Chase Bank, Wells Fargo, Lake Ave. We had stories and each one about people, what they've been going through. Really personal stories that were great. We had banks locking their doors, hiding behind them in fear. They were very scared of us. We had Wells Fargo. We had someone who wanted to close their account. They would not let her in because she was with our group.
Oh, really?
So we pounded a little, we chanted a lot, and we yelled a lot, and they finally opened up, and they let her in and closed her account.
Wow, so she was actually a customer, and they locked the door and wouldn't let her in, huh?
Yeah, this happened actually about half a dozen or more people today.
Wow, right here in Pasadena?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
So,
what about here at Bank of America where you are right now? I see their window is up.
They had their doors, front and side doors locked. If you wanted to go in, you had to go around the back to be escorted in.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. But we did hear the credit union down the street. It's so busy today.
Oh, really?
Appointments.
Really? Which credit union is that?
Lockheed Credit Union.
Oh, Lockheed. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
How long are you going to be out here?
We'll be here till 4 today. We started at 12. Had a couple hundred people. We're a little bit less now, but still really, really powerful.
And the people, do they have any horse in the race of the presidential election at all, or?
You know, it's pretty progressive crowd. You probably see a lot of people, Obama voters. We're kind of disappointed in him. You know, we're hoping the message gets through to him too. Right. Because we're talking about money and influence in politics, and this is a small drop in the bucket. Moving money. We're just trying to motivate people so that they feel powerful. Because there is nothing like the look of fear on a branch manager's face. And there's 200 people outside saying, open up the door!
And they lock the doors, right?
And they lock the door. So
any arrests?
We got power. Not today. Not today.
Have you seen any Ron Paul or in the Fed people out here, or have they joined your crowd in Pasadena? We
had someone earlier who was kind of basically sort of dissing our movement because we're, you know, they think it's all the problems in the Fed. And I admit there's a lot of problems that are a lot higher up than where we are today. This is about waking up our citizenry here in Pasadena and making people feel a little bit of the power of numbers.
And you're encouraging people to close your bank account today at Bank of America.
Close it into a credit union or a small community bank.
And have you had any police try to say anything about your table or anything?
Yeah, police have been here a lot, but I've actually met a couple of them. I know more Pasadena police now than I thought I ever would. And I usually give them a heads up. I met another officer today, and he was great. They're very supportive of us. They just tell us to keep it cool.
Okay, good,
and we mostly keep it cool.
Good. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Hey there, sir.
I don't always protest, but when I do, I occupy.
And you're here.
Stay angry, my friend.
And you're here in Pasadena today at the lake in Colorado in front of the Bank of America. And what's going on today?
Well, we want people to know that I don't know the people, but I closed my account today.
Oh, you did?
And you better do the same.
Did they say anything when you did that, or?
They asked me, can I ask you why? And I say, do you want the police?
That's right. And you have a lot of people out here today with your crowd. I heard it was real big earlier, right?
We had about 130 people.
Wow. And I heard
my friend Stephanie, who worked at Bank of America in Los Angeles as a bank manager.
You were.
All right. She quit because there were 35,000 people were being laid off. And her job was not in jeopardy, but she decided she wanted to leave Bank of America altogether.
And what do you think the overall solution is to these criminals? They call them banksters. Well, what's the answer to all these criminals?
Oh, they should be prosecuted. That's the whole thing. They should be prosecuted. They should be giving away with the money. And we also know that Scott Brown, Senator Scott Brown, is behind the whole thing of doing this. So the banks really have to pay taxes, and it's totally wrong. If I have to pay taxes, they should have to pay taxes.
Right. And so on a local level, you guys are encouraging everyone to close their accounts?
Yes.
Do you recommend any place to open an account?
A credit union bank is the best. My wife and I belong to a credit union.